Congrats! You've been selected to participate in episode 6 of Chopp'd. I know, because I sent out the email.
You have been selected to participate in episode 6 of Chopp'd. Yay! This week is a special mystery edition of Chopp'd, and Lacey got a little crazy with the ingredients.
All right, let's see what we got this week. Something from a box. Something that begins with the letter C.
Daily email from Miss McLeod, Mr. Trahan, Mr. Barris. Congrats. You have been selected to participate in episode 6 of Chopp'd.
Something from a box, something that begins with the letter C, something red, something crunchy. Sounds like Lacey's been reading some Dr. Seuss books to her grandchildren this week.
Captain Crunch, right here. It's red, it's in a box, it begins with the C, and it's crunchy. The best idea ever.
You've been selected to participate in episode 6 of Chopp'd. I'm back.
Something red and something crunchy. Alrighty, I guess this is gonna be an interesting week.
I can't believe it's 6 weeks already. All right, let's see.
Mom, do you want to help me with Chopp'd this week?
No.
Please, why?
Because I'm busy.
It's a fun
I'm busy.
But look, it's something...
I'm busy.
Something that comes from a box. You know, I can work with that. I can work with that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Barris Family Kitchen in Southampton, New Hampshire.
Welcome back to the Haggerty Kitchen.
Welcome to the Macri Kitchen. This is where I cook.
This is Mr. Moody coming to you live from Boston, Massachusetts. And welcome to my kitchen.
I'm Drake, and this is my kitchen. Got the stove, microwave, fridge. Small but modest. Small but modest. Coach Tuturi back again for another exciting Jonathan Barris production of Chopp'd.
Welcome back to Shea Brennan. Here's the kitchen. This is where we're gonna try to pull it all together, make it happen.
Hi everyone, this is Katie Hagel coming to you from my attic, third floor walk-up apartment kitchen in Malden, Massachusetts.
All right, welcome to this week's version of Chopp'd in the McKenna Kitchen. It's just me this week. Mr. McKenna is very busy, out and about doing what he's got to do. So this is my lovely kitchen.
Welcome again to my kitchen. Well, my parents' kitchen, the pond kitchen.
Hey guys, so welcome to the Summers Family Kitchen. This is where I like to spend most of my time during quarantine. This is where I'm going to do the challenge. So basically what I do here is I go to sleep, I come here and I eat a lot, and then I go back to sleep, and then I eat some more, and then see, there you have it, like father, like son. We like to eat a lot. So here's the countertop.
Yes, we do.
Here's the sink. We have coffee, we have stove, the microwave, the toaster oven, we have some knives.
Alright, let's see, what do I need in this cabinet? Alright, I got Ritz crackers. They're crunchy.
Let's see if I can find everything. All right, so in a box. Yes.
All right. Something from a box. Does plastic count?
Let's see, out of here. Cheese sticks. Okay, so let's get the ingredients for this weekend's menu. First ingredient is something in a box. A little rotini primavera for pasta salad. Something that begins with the letter C. A nice brick of fresh mozzarella cheese.
All right, let's grab some ingredients, get this done. You say red, I say sriracha.
From the box, I'm gonna use some chicken broth.
Okay, so some of the ingredients for what I'm going to make today. I'm going to be using red cabbage.
All right, time to find some of these things.
All right, let's see. What food starts with the letter C that I can use? Chicken.
All right,
So C is for chicken, and that's good enough for me. And so we're gonna go with a tortilla crusted air fried chicken on red mashed potatoes, and we searched long and hard to find bacon in a box.
So I'm gonna make this mac and cheese. We used to have it growing up all the time without the diced tomatoes during Lent. It would be our typical Friday night meal when we weren't having fish. And since many people didn't like fish growing up, it was the best. So mac and cheese it is, plus my grandmother's diced tomato ingredient.
Lacey, this was not easy, but I think I'm going to make mac and cheese without the mac. So it's like a cauliflower dish. So I've got two C's. I've got the cauliflower and cheese. I have the cream cheese in a box, and I have hot sauce, that's red, and some pork rinds for the top of my mac and cheese casserole, or no mac and cheese casserole.
We got boxed rice. We got C is for cod. We got some red vine tomatoes. They're red. And we got some crunchy almonds we're gonna throw together in kind of a fish stew. We're gonna call it a poached cod in kind of a tomatoey broth.
So, I'm gonna make some red sauce mac and cheese with a nice mozzarella stick topping.
So today, I'm going to use the KISS method of coming up with this recipe. KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. So I'm going to make grilled eggplant panini with fresh mozzarella, tomato, and red roasted pepper strips. I'm going to make a side of macaroni salad.
Today I am going to be making a Thai noodle bowl with honey sriracha glazed chicken.
Okay, so this week I'm thinking that I am going to do soup, which is my favorite meal.
It's an Asian salad. So what am I gonna do with my Asian salad? It's got red cabbage. It's got sliced up carrots. It's gonna have seared ramen.
The recipe that I'm making is it's like a grain bowl kind of. So it's barley, and then it has roasted cauliflower and chickpeas, and it has carrots and it has dates to give it like sweetness too.
So my plan is to make crispy ranch chicken with rice on the side and red tomato salad.
Use one of my favorite tools in the kitchen, the mortar and pestle.
Ow! Alright, so we're putting the elbow macaroni in. It's already sticking to the bottom.
So the first thing I have to do is I have to cut the cauliflower, and I do not have good knife skills like Meg McKenna, so this is going to be kind of interesting to see what actually gets chopped in and what doesn't.
All right, so I know last time on Chopp'd they were real big sticklers, and so just in case you don't believe that this counts as a box, boom, cilantro box.
That's still not a box, Andy.
That's not a box. Come on, Andy, really?
So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take these cheese sticks, I'm gonna put them in my egg wash. And all nice, and then bread them. I'm gonna repeat this 2 to 3 times so we get a nice good coating.
Okay, so I'm going to marinate the eggplant before we put it on the grill, a little olive oil. Just a drizzle of balsamic vinegar.
So I'm just coating some chicken thighs with the honey sriracha mix.
I have put it on a basket that you would use to cook vegetables on the grill. And I'm gonna put it on top of a rimmed baking sheet so that it will catch the fat. And I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees.
I'm going ahead, I pulled out the old handy dandy Cuisinart. I'm not sure, I haven't used it in probably 5 years. Many times I prefer to chop just by hand. It makes it easier for me because there's less cleaning.
I'm testing out all different things to use for like shaving the carrots.
Started listening to karate. I would like to show you guys my karate moves by crushing these corn chips.
Air fried, pan fried, deep fried, doesn't matter. Colonel's got nothing on these spices.
So my grandmother always added tomatoes to her mac and cheese, so we're gonna try that. They're a little watery, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like them, so Molly here is draining out as many of the stewed tomatoes as we can.
We're gonna roast the potatoes, I mean not the potatoes, the cauliflower. That's what I'm making it with, is cauliflower. So this probably should be a little bigger, but that's the only size I have. So we're gonna go with this. Drizzle a little more oil on top, some salt.
So we're gonna make a chili oil that we're gonna be able to kind of pour over top to add a little spice, a little crunch to our poached cod. So we got some oil heating over here. We're gonna put a couple of these aromatics in there. That's gonna be some garlic and some onion. And then we're gonna put some almonds in there and a little crunch to it.
So now I'm gonna make this red sauce mac and cheese.
So I'm gonna slice the tomato for the panini.
So I'm just gonna add some onions to some coconut oil that I have heated up here in my Le Creuset, which I believe is French for overpriced pot.
So right now I am getting some aromatics ready to go into the pot, starting with some onion.
So I have my cauliflower, the avocado that's going on top. These are the dates. They're super sticky, all sticking together. Some shredded carrots. And then I put the chickpeas on a pan. I dried them off, and I'm gonna add the cauliflower to that pan.
First into the egg and Greek yogurt mixture. We were supposed to have buttermilk, but COVID and all that. Right into the crunchy.
My crunchy top, I'm gonna use Ritz crackers. I wanna put them everywhere. I'm gonna put them in a bag. I think one will be enough. Some of the air out of this bag here. Break them up.
Okay, so now I'm gonna put some pork rinds for the top in a bag, and this is how I smush them. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I just find it's easier if I take my rolling pin, get out a little frustration on the bag. Not that any of us have any frustration at all these days.
We're gonna make a jammy broth using these tomatoes. Yeah! And that's in a chili oil. It's gonna burn my eyes in a minute. As you can see, it's great.
Putting my homemade mozzarella sticks in the oil.
Okay, we're gonna prepare the macaroni salad because we have to cool it down before we eat it. So we're gonna add a little garlic, a lot of garlic, a mix of red onion, red pepper, and mozzarella cheese.
And then I cheat, but nothing like a good old wishbone Italian dressing.
Alright, so you dip it in the ranch. We usually use mayonnaise for this, but we had to improvise, but that's what this whole challenge is about. And for the breadcrumbs, I added some special ingredients to it. Top secret, I wish I could tell you guys, but I can't.
Alright, just slicing up the chicken to go on top of the soup, making it look pretty, trying to. And remember, a sharp knife is a safe knife.
I have taken the bacon out of the oven and I took some of the fattier pieces, you guys know how I like that, and I chopped them up and I'm going to add them to my pot. I've got some stock, some potatoes, carrots, celery, all that good stuff.
Alright, so it's time to dice the tomatoes. Learn from the best, Miss Lacey.
Bacon mashers, of fresh red skin potatoes, fresh organic milk, some fresh butter. Very healthy meal, very healthy, no calories at all.
I never seem to know when the pasta's done, so I'm always taking it out. Well, people say you throw it against things and they don't stick. Tastes done to me.
All right, so I've melted the cream cheese and the heavy cream in, and now I'm just going to put 6 cups of all sorts of cheeses in. I have cheddar and Asiago and Sharp and Swiss. I think I've got it all in there. And then I'm gonna blend that.
Okay, so the macaroni salad is in the refrigerator. We're gonna put together the paninis. Put a little tomato on top.
I am going to chop some herbs for my soup.
Now I've got my skillet going. I put a little bit of butter in there. Grabbing my ramen. Get my ramen. I'm crushing it up.
Add my crunchy topping.
Mom, they're going everywhere.
Well, that's why you can sweep afterwards.
Okay, and because I need something red, I'm putting in some hot sauce.
All right, step 1 for properly poaching fish. Put the fish in the broth. Step 2, you're gonna kind of spoon a lot of this broth over the fish. Yeah, that's looking real good.
Okay, and so now I'm just gonna fold, I'm gonna pour the cheese mixture over the roasted cauliflower, and I'm just gonna kind of mix it and blend it and hope it works out. And no matter what, cheese with anything tastes good, so.
Fresh basil, and then I'm gonna use balsamic that came from our Italian exchange student, and also cut up some mozzarella and throw it in there as well.
All right, so what we're doing now, we're plating our fried chicken by putting it on top of, Jasmine's got a Close Encounters of the Third Kind of motif going. Putting the roasted corn and then some scallions, and then we're gonna put some bacon, of course, and the final part, our favorite part, is the honey. Tried to get that in slow-mo.
And let's see how this came out. Nice big scoop. Make sure I get some of those tomatoes just in case. There's one.
Alright, so a little burnt on the top, left a little too long under the broiler. A little gooiness.
Let the plating begin. All right, we got some rice that we cooked up.
From a box?
From a boxed rice. And we're gonna put a bunch of this tomato broth in.
All right, dinner is served. I got my crunchy chicken here. Got my box of rice. And I got my red tomatoes. Tomato salad, to be precise.
Okay, so we just took our paninis out of the oven. Hear that crunch? I'm gonna plate it. I'm gonna add some macaroni salad.
Now we add this soup on top of the noodles. Let me get a little more broth in there. And we're gonna put the chicken on top of that. Hope that it stays. Garnish with a little cilantro.
Okay, so I am plating the soup that I made. Again, it is a potato and cheese. I use 2 kinds of cheeses, cheddar and Parmesan.
So I'm now gonna put it in my beautiful soup and salad bowl. And if eating it, I definitely would give myself a nice serving.
The plating part is actually pretty easy, so you just put the barley in the bottom of your bowl, and then you're gonna put some cauliflower and chickpeas on top of that.
Challenge accepted, Lacey.
Challenge accepted, Lacey. All right, so my final dish was the mac and cheese with no mac, just cauliflower, some fried kielbasa, and that's really all it is. Challenge accepted, Lacey.
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 Broccoli cheddar soup. Challenge accepted, Lacey and Barris.
Lacey and Mr. Barris. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted, Lacey.
To Miss Lacey and Mr. Barris, challenge accepted.
Welcome again to Chopp'd, WHS Style, Warrior Cafe, WHSTV, Episode 6. What a week, people. That was absolutely phenomenal. Lots of jokes, a lot of levity. It looked like everybody had a really good time. And Little Miss Haggerty, is that the Captain Crunch girl right there?
Yep.
Which one is her name?
Molly.
That's Molly. Molly, that was outstanding.
That was genius.
It really was. But you know, Mom had to put a little bit more effort, but that was really good thinking on your part. I loved that. And no, I wasn't reading Dr. Seuss, Mr. Gitori. That was cute. I like that one. But things like that, I think, make this even that much more enjoyable to do. You know, cute little comments, and we'll get to you eventually, Mr. Moody. I think it's a great week. So we're gonna go around and talk to everybody about what they thought, how it went, what it tasted like, would you make it again, you know, stuff like that. And of course, Mr. Barris, you are first.
Okay. What?
What?
Would I make it again? Yeah, we make it all the time. That's one of our favorites.
Okay, well, you know, that's just, that's kind of like cheating.
I know, but as soon as we did it, my wife was like, "Oh, chicken, the blah blah blah." She rattled it all off, and hey, whatever. Once you know how to make something good, might as well do it again.
You know, well, see, you know, the thing I was most surprised about is that nobody took the easy way out, because I thought the easy way out was chicken palm. Gus,
That's what I was thinking about doing that.
I'm
You
glad
didn't want to steal my idea, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, you were all more creative than that, which I think was great. I think the chicken parm was like too obvious, and I don't know if anybody else thought of it, but you know,
What would have been the box with chicken parm? Like
Yeah, what's in the box?
breadcrumbs?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
some pasta to serve over it.
Hello. Yeah, makes sense.
You know, yeah, just way too simple. But I'm glad you didn't. Anyway, so now we have to go to. So you're all good, Barrett. You do it all the time. No big deal.
I'm gonna make it again. I love it. It's great.
Good.
The
That
honey,
makes it great.
the honey really pulls it all together.
Yeah.
There is kind of a theme here in the Barris household. We just kind of put bacon on everything. So
Bacon and honey.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Gotta love
Go
bacon.
around.
How about you, Pat?
Had a blast, a lot of fun, and yes, steered away from the pastry this week. Didn't want to hear any, your wife's a pastry chef. Of course you made a cookie kind of comments this week. So yeah, it was really good. The sriracha definitely lip burning. Might have been too spicy for the rest of the fam. I don't know that they'd want me to make it again, but I would definitely make it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tasty, and it, you know, it was fun having that list of mystery ingredients. I think it actually opened it up quite a bit. But yeah, that, like anything with noodles and soup and spice, I love. So I was happy to go that route. And yeah, I would make it again, but I would probably be the only one eating it again. And I didn't have garlic cloves. I know that's like a sin in any kitchen, right? Didn't have garlic cloves, but turns out 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder per garlic clove. So I learned that.
Oh, I used a lot more than that, but hey.
And then the only other thing I wanted to comment on was actually, I found that I could relate to Bridget quite a bit on this week's episode with the whole macaroni and cheese on Fridays during Lent thing. Yep, it had me there. And I love the tomatoes in the mac and cheese. I'm actually going to confess to something that my family does, and I don't know if anybody else does it, but I put ketchup on mac and cheese. Ketchup on mac and cheese. I'm telling you, change your life.
My friend did that.
Change your life.
It's really sweet when you do it that way. Have you noticed that, Pat?
It's sweet and delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
chicken
But,
soup, ketchup and chicken soup.
I'm open.
It works. It really does.
Actually, when I was young, my father used to put ketchup on our noodles. If we'd have buttered noodles, he'd put ketchup on them for us. And yeah, that's one of those things. If I taste it again, I'd be right back at an 8-year-old kitchen table, you know. I'd be 8 years old at a kitchen.
Don't make that face, man.
I'm a ketchup fan too, but I don't know about that.
Yeah. Hey,
But I would do it again. I just don't know that my family members would enjoy it again.
Well, you just have
I
to
was
look
happy with
at
it.
the sriracha. Yeah, John would like it. Yeah. Gus,
Yes.
out there in that grill again?
Yeah, well, I'm going to Market Basket the last couple of weeks. The eggplant that looked really good. They had these big, huge eggplants, and I was like, geez, I'm dying for like a nice eggplant parm. So I bought an eggplant the other day, and then when you put the menu up, I go, I could grill it, because we did that before. My son's girlfriend was a vegetarian, so when she came over, we'd grill eggplant for her.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here. And so I bought a French bread, and I had all the other ingredients. I always have fresh mozzarella in the house.
Yeah.
And it was easy. And my wife ate it. You know, she doesn't eat anything.
I know.
Or anything I experiment with. So everybody ate it. That was dinner for the night. And
Good.
I should have done the chicken parm though, but you know.
Nah, you shouldn't have. I'm glad you didn't. It's too easy for you to gone that way.
And Patrick, you gotta put Frank's hot sauce on the mac and cheese. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a staple.
Right on. I'm convinced.
But Gus, I will say, because of course I have to critique, a panini is a pressed sandwich.
Hey, you didn't see how I pressed it?
No.
Oh. Well, I put, like you do, I put the other metal tray on top of it and I push down on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's almost as bad as Andy's box, but that's another story.
I was gonna do bruschetta, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a sandwich, and so
Yeah, well,
stop being so picky.
That's my job. That's why I'm here. I can't compliment you all the time. Although I want that sandwich. I admit it. Okay. Very good. Okay, Katie. First, Katie. Hi.
I made soup. I made potato soup, although in the clip that John put, it said broccoli. So you know what I made last week. Soup's my favorite food. I know it's weird, but it was delicious. It was potato cheese. It had a ton of bacon in it, and a ton of cheese, and it was awesome.
Awesome. Looked good. It did. Awesome. Okay, Mrs. Macri.
Hey, it was so funny when I saw Bridget's. It was like, oh my God, she made mac and cheese, but I made mac and cheese without the mac.
Yep.
I did it in honor of the McKenna's casseroles. So it was the only thing I had all the ingredients for. And I was so lucky that cream cheese does come in a box.
It does.
I lucked out. I lucked out there because otherwise I would have been making a cake of some sort.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing else in the household.
Well, it was great. I mean, it was very keto, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it looked good too. Cauliflower mac and cheese is.
Oh yeah, it was very good. And the pork rinds on top give it just that enough crunch.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, I do love a cracked Ritz cracker on top of a mac and cheese.
Absolutely.
Classic.
Just a real, this was the loudest episode that I've ever had to edit. I had to go in the karate chopping and then the slamming. I had to go in and fix the audio for almost half of it.
Okay, I think I need to go back to school because how do I miss Haggerty? Oh, Mrs. Haggerty, I'm sorry. You were supposed to come before Miss Katie, but, I shouldn't tell anybody I'm trying to do it alphabetically. What difference does it make? Anyway, okay.
Oh.
So you're good, Emmy.
Well, so it's funny because my husband has two things he refuses to eat if anyone ever makes it: loaf and mac and cheese. So my kids have never had either. So we didn't eat loaf last week, just at our house. But the mac and cheese I've been wanting to make anyways because they've never had like the same kind of experience I had. Of course, when I pulled it out, my husband was like, he just thinks it's gross, and I don't know how. It's like a comfort food. But everything was, I think I cooked it a little too long. I didn't like the tomatoes. I had it reheated for lunch yesterday, and I picked the tomatoes out. So I'll never add tomatoes again, but I was glad to have that little throwback to my childhood.
Yeah, and you used stewed tomatoes, you said, right? Or was it diced?
They were diced.
Oh.
I was hesitant in the tomatoes, but I wanted to try my grandmother's just to see if it was any better or different, and I needed the red, but I wouldn't add the tomatoes again. It was weird.
But that's awesome.
Were those slices of American cheese on top?
Yep. So I layered American cheese throughout, mixing it with layering with pasta and the tomatoes. Just pasta, American cheese.
I've never seen it done that way.
That's how they did it. I don't know, but it tastes the same to me. Actually, at the senior prom that was in Boston a couple years ago, they had a mac and cheese bar, and it tasted just like my mom's. I kept going back.
Wow.
They did it that way. It seems way too simple. Maybe that's the Irish way. I don't know. Let's make it as simple and quick and as boring as possible. But
the Irish way is in a box.
Well, one of my kids was like, I only like the Kraft kind. I don't even want to try anything other than that. I'm like, that's so lazy.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, well, not you. You tried it. You liked it, right?
I just don't like those.
Does Molly try everything?
She didn't like the Ritz crackers. You have a mouth. You can speak,
Yeah. No, my granddaughters don't like it either. 2.5 years old. I don't want the crunchies. Okay, really? But I love the crunchies. But anyway.
I love the crunchies.
Good. All right. Love the crunchies, right, John? Mrs. McKenna, about your partner this week.
Yes, he was not around. So I made the our Asian slaw, which, as I said, it can be a side dish or a total meal. It's a big fan favorite of my large family.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a delicious meal. And as soon as you said something red, we had the fight in the house whether red cabbage is red or not. And I said, well, it's called red cabbage, so it's going to be my red.
Yep.
And then the ramen noodles. Is it in a box? Well, those little packages come in a box, so pulled out the box. I liked it. It was great. I wish I made more because it's already gone. I finished it for lunch today.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's gone. It's a hot meal in our house, and it went quick.
Looks good.
I did try to pull out the Cuisinart to give it a one more go. I just can't get that thing to work right, and it just takes too much time to clean. I'd rather just use a knife and a cutting board.
Yeah, sometimes that's faster. It depends on, how much you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good though. All right, Mr. Moody, you're up.
All right.
How was your fish? It looked good.
I had a blast.
So
it like I've done something like that in the past, but this was kind of like an ad hoc, like opening the fridge and seeing what we have kind of situation.
Yeah.
And really like a bunch of things kind of came together to be able to add that like chili oil with like the almonds. I've never done that before, like subbing in like garlic and onions instead of like shallots. And so like it sort of just went from like a recipe that I've done before just to, I don't know, what do I have on hand? It was super spicy and really tasty.
Yeah.
And, because there was a whole bunch of rice afterwards, it was like kind of a base meal that I could keep adding different proteins to, since I cooked it a few days ago.
That's awesome. Except that you don't know what a box is.
Oh, I do know what a box is.
All right, hold on. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
A box of cilantro.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Is it whether
box of tomatoes? Guys, if you wanted a cardboard box, you should ask for one.
No, you know what? I was actually thinking about that though too. There are containers that wouldn't be a box.
On the job view. Tim McGraw has joined the long list of CMT celebrates our heroes. This is a television special to honor our many women that have sacrificed so much.
From ESPN right now.
Who?
Thank you.
I don't know. I just hear ESPN playing in the background.
All right, Mr. Moody, see, they interrupted you with a commercial break. They shouldn't.
I understand.
But it did look good, the fish. It looked good.
That was real tasty. Yep.
Yeah, and the rice to soak up all that yummy goodness was perfect. Great. Okie dokie. Let's see. Who do we need next? Miss Pond.
Well, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was actually tough to be creative because usually I look at your ingredients and like something pops out and makes me think of a dish. So like when I see like, oh, honey, or like when I see eggs, like something will come to mind. But with this being so broad, it was actually like nothing was coming to mind. So it was kind of going back into things I already knew how to do. But it worked out well because like I said this in one of my videos, it's not on the rough cut. I just talk too much, but I was going to make this meal anyway, and my avocado was going to go bad if I didn't make it. So it really just works out that it fits the requirements.
Good. No, it looked good. I'd eat something like that. I'll make something like that for sure.
It's really good. I'll send you the recipe because it's not mine.
Yeah, I'd like that recipe too. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Yeah, we got to get our book going too. One of these days. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a bunny in my yard. He just ran by. Anyway,
Awesome pepper.
yeah. Mr. Summers.
Yeah, students. Round of applause. Students, way to go.
Love it.
Students doing something.
Crispy ranch chicken with tomato salad and rice on the side. And I really enjoyed the whole process. My mom and I had a good time doing it together.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to make it funny, so I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Good.
I loved it when his dad walked in.
Oh yeah, that was Nana's plan too. So I thought that was really funny to just throw in.
That was
My dad read to the fridge, opened something up, and I'm like, like father, like son.
That was awesome.
It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Good for you. Okay, on that note, I guess you've met expectations.
Yeah, absolutely. John, you want to talk a bit about what it was like to cook while having to film yourself and like something you've never had to do before? You want to tell us a little bit about what that felt like?
It felt pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked like setting up the camera. My mom also helped a lot too, so she was there for like a majority of it.
Yeah.
And she would like stay behind and film, and then it kind of brought back the memories to like TV and film, which I really liked. And yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Cool. Very good. Very good. All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Drake.
Yeah, another student. Yeah, more participation.
Yeah,
Drake,
I mean,
hold on,
I kind of.
Drake, before you start, can you let us read your hat?
It says Masshole.
Thank you.
No problem.
Are you on your way to New Hampshire by any chance, or?
Yeah, I'm about, 25 minutes away? 10 minutes away, I guess.
Are the jet skis going to
No, our boats are trapped on sand right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, I had fun. It was different. I haven't really wanted to do much work during quarantine, so this kind of pushed me. It was as soon as I started thinking about different things to make, I really went into like culinary mode, and I was like, okay, like this is something that I need to do, and I need to do well. And I talked over a couple things with neighbors and stuff, but I took a recipe right out of the restaurant I work at, and I was like, you know what? We'll go with one of our red sauce mac and cheeses. Like,
nice.
And so it was just, I mean, it was easy, it was fun, and I mean, I'd totally do it again.
Yeah, it looks good.
But my mozzarella sticks
goes along with
freeze
Mr.
first.
Brennan saying putting ketchup in it. Did a red sauce and tomatoes.
I was
So that was
intrigued.
like a marinara red sauce, right?
Yeah.
And then you mix it with standard mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's kind of cool. And making the mozzarella sticks too, because we can never have enough cheese.
Those look so good.
They looked really good.
Very good.
Drake, you want to talk a little bit about what it was like to try and film yourself and kind of outside your comfort zone of cooking and filming at the same time?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it was difficult. It was definitely, trying to find places to put the camera, especially with like my kitchen being so small. And my mom was working, so it was kind of like I would have to find a balance of like when she was in the middle of a call so that she could help, or she wasn't typing really loud in the middle of my shots. So, yeah. But I mean, it was fun. We had some laughs.
Good.
I'm just so excited to see the kids participating. I think it's awesome.
I know.
Yeah. No, it really is.
Who do you two think we should call out next week?
Kyle. You should do Kyle. I don't know. Maybe
Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
I was just talking to Nick about this.
Nick and Jimmy.
Yeah, I think Nick for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe Jimmy too. Yeah. We'll see if we have room for two. I'll put it out there and see if they answer you, Mr. Barris.
We can challenge them whether or not they decide to accept the challenge, like our two brave contestants today did.
Yeah.
I think that I'd like to increase the numbers more and more every week.
Yeah. This is great. This is a great group. Again, Mrs. Schilling. She's been a regular, but
Have you guys had Mr. Bluth on yet?
no.
He's funny when he's not even trying to be.
Well, we keep saying we need more people in the history department. Bluth, Trahan, Rozzy.
Mr. O'Brien.
Best I can.
O'Brien. Oh,
Please get Mr. O'Brien.
Get O'Brien. You have to.
Come on, Kathy Lopez. I want to see Kathy Lopez.
You need to have
I'm
this
calling you
Lopez
out, Kathy Lopez.
O'Brien, same one.
You
That
would
would
have
be
recycled the box.
What?
You would have recycled the box.
Yeah.
Oh, I recycle all sorts of boxes after I finish making that meal.
Really? Absolutely. I had to go into school today to drop off culinary money. And Carol Duncan, I don't know if you know her, she wrote me an email. We were going back and forth, and she said she loves the Chopp'd episodes, but challenge not accepted, she wrote.
She said the same thing to me when I saw her. She goes, I love Chopp'd. I go, come on, jump in.
Yeah.
We got nobody from Central.
No.
Doug.
Doug.
Well, I went
Come on, Doug.
on my way out the door, I went in and saw Doug, and he says, I love this that you guys are doing. And I said, I keep hearing that you're going to be participating one of these days. Kind of laughed a little, not quite sure. But I said, well, the challenge is out there. On a week that Will does it, you do it with Will. So we'll see what happens. But he loves it. He's really thrilled that we're doing this. And I told him it's just the best distraction from one week to the next.
It's
really nice.
It is. I kind of do. Yeah, I enjoy it how it's like that.
Yeah.
Brings back like all like the fun school teachers and stuff, and we're still all together. Yeah.
Everyone included, right, John? All the fun school teachers and all right here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, we got picked with the best chops here.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody again. That was another awesome week. I think that this thing's not slowing down. This train just keeps picking up momentum. We're gonna have to start chopping people so we can keep the numbers down. So I don't know. We're getting pretty crowded, and this one's clocking in at 26 minutes before this part. So
wow,
we are turning out Food Network quality programming every week with no professional experience. So outstanding job, people.
You're pretty professional.
Good job, and I hope to see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job, everybody.
Stay safe.
Good.
See ya.
Thank you.
All right, so the first batch of tortillas kind of flaked off. They taste great and all that, but I think we added a little more cornmeal, and they're gonna look a little.
Oh, is it on?
I don't know if we're in here right now. I'm in the kitchen. My dad's in the living room, but he's on a work call. So I'm just chopping ingredients, so I'll show them all after.
Yes, I'm doing my best.
Does this look like my fire? Can you just come here and look? Don't touch